Rim.
It's one of the Pioshik specials, not the one I was hoping for.
I thought you were going to say that's one of the champions.
Yeah.
That is in the game.
Because Udyr is in a great spot and is a staple of the Hecarim Udyr meta of last year. But is also a very strong champion right now. I think Hecarim overall not nearly as oppressive as he once was. If you're going to pick him and you don't snowball in the early game, I think it's going to be really hard to get consistent value out of the pick. Doesn't really have any defensive steroids, and if you build him full damage, then you run the risk of getting blown.
Let's hop onto the rift right now. All right, off we go. Back onto the rift here for the match of the week. What are your thoughts on this Amumu skin?
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. What?
Ambivalent.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know.
Yeah. Well,
what you said, but
maybe I mispronounced.
It's a great skin. I really like it. I was just surprised.
It's okay. I really like the Teapot one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We did have that when this was played, I think, a couple days ago.
It was, yeah. That's probably my fave, actually, now. I'm not super big into Amumu skins specifically, as we are going to take a look. We'll see Pioshik start by himself, as he is not wanting to give away any information on where he starts. Hecarim, of course, really fast, really clear. That part of his kit is still there, but in case you forgot the nerfs that were thrown at him after he trotted his way through many a game for a really long time, basically the entirety of spring.
Couple of missteps with packages and stuff like that, but other than that, has been quite strong, as here comes Barrel looking for it. He is actually going to hit the Senna as the exhaust comes in, but Guma's actually going to flash away just to make sure he doesn't take any unnecessary damage.
You have to play it safe. Very unfortunate. Second Q from Barrel hitting there might have meant at the end, as there was still the Ignite available, and the extra damage could have been the deciding factor. Not going to be the case, as we do see Pioshik having a lead in terms of clear. Owner having to skip his ground, but unfortunately for Barrel and Deft, there's no jungler in the vicinity, so
it's more map pressure. As now with no flash on Guma and no Devour on level 3, Tom Kent, he is so dead. I cannot overstate it. There's no vision. He just absolutely gets dumped on there in the bottom side. And there's not much that he can do, right, except play extremely passively, maybe try to call over their jungler to try to get vision. But other than that, he's going to die in that position.
He's traveled. Without sums, it's
oh no.
Quick death as no.
There's the slow with the Ren. This time Owner is here though, as Pioshik's still going to continue on to this one. Not much hope from Guma. Nice knockup from Keria, but it's not nearly enough. As now 3v2. They are going to get another kill on the bottom side. Can we make it 3? As Keria has the great help, but waiting for the Ren. Not quite able to land that one. And the Rend is not enough damage, but still 2 kills and nearly a third. And now Pioshik's going to start the Dragon.
And that's what we've seen before. This is exactly the same mistakes that plagued T1 in the past. Why is Owner trying to get a kill there? Why is it trying to save Keria? I don't know. We'll have to check in the replay. But it is not the first time that T1 is trying to capitalize on a play that is already lost and digs their own hole deeper, as it is incredibly nice second follow-up gank from Pioshik, really heavily punishing this bot side. And as a result, Deft, the one Kalista that you don't want to get fed because he is getting a lot of money now.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. The needle's coming out, waiting for that third proc here as the scissors. Nearly enough, and there is the third proc. He is able to land it in after the flash, and at least Zeus is able to win his.
And this is really big, because Zeus being a pressure point on the map means that T1 is at least one-shot the waves. Even then, you can't really contest as much. And a bot lane that's hard winning, you can invade, you get any objective that you want. And as a result, DRX would have a much easier time completely running over I don't know if they're going to try and contest Herald here. Owner does have vision. Going to try for the sneaky steal.
Yeah, he's going to try to go for it, and he steals it just like that. Makes it look easy. And with the Gwen coming down, he will be able to come on in and just pick this one up. Even just kicks him away and then walks away. They don't even decide to go for the 2v1, knowing that FAKER is not there in mid. So nicely done. T1 getting a couple of wins here on the map to try to win this one back. So they know he's just not going to be around, as now in mid lane, the charm comes in after the flash, and FAKER, even with Valkyrie ends the flash, he is not going to be able to get away. That was very nicely executed. Zeka able to set that one up, and Koshik comes in for the dunk.
The immediate response from Pioshik, the moment that Owner is spotted on the top side, he knows counter gank, not possible. I can go all in here, we can go for the dive. Really good read. Oh, and this is a deep roam from Barrel.
Oh, Kingen, he's looking to set this one up real nice, as Zeus is going to...
Yeah. Seen it countless times. Same here for Zeus. So Owner holding on still to the Herald and is going to have to put that down at some point, but might get Drake even without having to use it.
Yep, looks like DRX, they kind of knew this was happening, but they're still going to give it away, which is kind of interesting. You know, they have the Callista lane. I think that Barrel's roam and maybe the timing of the back for the Everfrost pickup for Zeka wasn't great, but he had teleport, so not sure exactly why they just decided to hand that one away.
And I'm with the way the game state is right now. Otherwise, maybe you just get a lead kick there and then you die as FAKER.
Oh no, he's getting bullied again. The Everfrost comes in into the charm. He's not going to be able to get away from this one, as that was 3 people now in the mid lane. And all of this aggression out of DRX. In a meta like this, they don't seem to care. As in, he comes. The charm will land onto Owner, but not giving up on the kill. W for Zeka trying to live, but the Q will land after the kick. And Owner gets a huge punish in mid.
Really big moment. Now he can always also throw down the Herald. Would ideally want to wait until FAKER is there, because getting gold on the Corki and getting it to a spike is really, really big, but you also got to seize the tempo when you can. And Owner is looking as strong as usual, honestly. Sin going to be able to pick up so many plates, as Pioshik is going to say hello and then trot onwards. And these are very necessary moments for T1, because
straight farming down on the bottom side. Like, he's just there alone, farming it out, as Owner going to deny the blue. As really, I feel like Owner and especially Zeus, you know, the two of these guys have really been the ones that are putting on the most pressure here for T1.
They are, yeah, very, very clearly.
Yeah.
And for FAKER, you just don't have any agency. So that's just DRX playing it really well.
You're Corki.
You're Corki, yeah. You're just not going to do a lot. But I agree. Yeah, it really is just a consistent topside showing here. Zeus and Owner both coming up huge and making sure that this gold lead doesn't become too big. Kingen's Gnar is going to time out soon. Seen Owner win these.
Yeah, he could. No, Kingen's actually respecting that side pretty well. Could be on vision here, but no, Owner not able to spot him actually.
Check. No.
Just assumes that he backed. No vision over there, so Owner taking a bit of time up in the top side, but that's just a...
Zeus is a drift maker, meaning that he is actually a champion now. If you thought Gwen was a champion before, then bad news for you. Makes her way more consistent. FAKER though, not even close. Not going to be a big menace in this fight, and you can give this one up. The early Drake, the Cloud Drake that you got so much time for you as T1. Unfortunately, are going to lose your mid lane turret, and it's a lot of map control over the DRX, and I don't expect them. I think they'll just shove mid, try to get the turret there, take that down, and as I say that...
Ooh, maybe trying to look for a follow-up fight, but it's just DRX getting the Drake and backing. You know, they don't have supreme amount of vision around here. You know, they're just kind of like, okay, we got the objective, we can back now, let's return to our lanes. No reason to overstep our boundaries. As Kingen, he's got Mega Gnar coming up here. Again, he just picked up that item, but he is down a level, so just gonna farm it out.
T1 looking for a mistake. think the surefire plan there is just shove mid. I'm not 100% sure if they had a wave. Might not have been the case, and if keep pushing. That can include dives, that can include a lot more vision setup now that the mid lane turret has fallen. Because if you look at the side lane setup for DRX, it is a little rough. They are always going to be down to teleport.
Uh-oh, Owner's here again, and Kingen not quite having the Meganar. He is pretty close, but he is going to get it right at the end. But even with the Senna helping out here with some shielding, Kingen will eventually go down. There's Guma with the cheeky assist. So once again, it is Owner and Zeus making a play.
This time around, Faker reads the play. Very well done. Knows that his bot side is getting shoved in, and his jungler is there. Pioshik looking for the immediate counterplay, not going to find anything. And this is really big because Gwen is one of those champions where if you get fed enough, you 1v2. And if you look at the DRX setup, there might be 100-0 available, where you kill him with like Zeka and Kingen. But Pioshik and Kingen at this point, already getting rough, and it's only going to get worse as Zeus is going to get more and more fed, because with 2 kills, I'm sure he's going to be able to build out his lead considerably.
Not a safe dive at this point in time. Zeka, there's the Q, and the kick will come out, but of course Spirit Rush available. Ari not that easy to lock down.
Not going to fall for it. More than ready. Zeus is going to just say hello to Pioshik, and the DRX is still doing what they're doing. I'm really liking this. They are continuously looking for plays. Zeka's playing respectful. They are shoving in, getting turrets, and trying to get... No, that sounds horrible.
Well, DRX are just going to start this one up, and you can see that there is 0 vision around for T1. I think they're just going to wait until Faker gets a couple more items, and then decide to fight over the Soul Dragon. Because DRX, yes, they're on Soul Point. Yes, 1 Infernal Drake is going to be nice, but if T1 try to go over there and flip a fight and it doesn't work out, then they'll probably lose anyway. So I think playing for the bigger percentage chance win on the next fight could be advisable. Just have a Callista after all, as Pioshik will walk right over the vision into the pits, and it should be very obvious that this is happening.
Big moments. Faker has finished his Ludens, a lot stronger now.
Dawning Shadows comes through, get a nice little spot as there's the charm. Gonna catch Tom Kent, but Peria extremely tanky at this point in time. And DRX is saying, you know what? You're taking a big chunk of damage. You have Package Corki coming in with Ludens. Probably a good team to back away.
Yeah, and this might be a 2-turret gain now. Because T1 though invest a teleport, which is of course a relatively big investment, but Faker generally doesn't want to go for deep side laning regardless. Just need to make sure that they respect here, but all looking good. And the Baron gets dissuaded by T1, and all they have to give up is teleport, and they get a turret back as well.
Yeah, feels pretty good for them. You know, they're sticking in this one. Really, the question is that, oh, okay, here comes Faker. He is going to deny the back from Zeka, as that is a big one. In comes the teleport. Is it enough damage? And no, it will not be. There is an auto, I think, coming across the map here. Is it, though? Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, that was actually close.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught that one, because if he had died, that would have been insane. Actually, MR is always going to be good against this comp.
Oh,
they do not spot Owner.
I don't know.
And that was a big one. That did some damage. Not everybody has as much MR as Pioshik does. Lockdown here onto Meganar, but again, it is Meganar. You're gonna have to deal with that, though. It is very nicely timed here for Kingen. Now Owner going to step onto Vision. He is Lee Sin, though. He gets into the pit. No deny on this one. The flip comes in, and Owner gets it again. As now the follow-up, big one's coming in. Owner's right in the back line. The Amumu comes out just for the Lee Sin. And the chase is on as Deft gets a huge amount of lifesteal coming on in. And now Pioshik invades on the backside of this fight. Not sure about that one, but gonna give time for his team to back away. The exhaust is big, but still Guma will go down. As now the chase goes on to Zeus. He looks to be done too. As a couple of huge picks for DRX. They get another charm here. They could just go to Baron, though. Looks like they might consider it here.
Health bars are a little low. Owner is still full health. They can do it. It's a big risk. And teleport is available for King. I think they're going to go for it. Faker, though, coming in with the TP as well.
All right.
No, they can't. With Corki there,
They're gonna do it.
they're gonna have to give it up. Can't do it. I think they're gonna know.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. The rockets now coming in. The damage is significant. As Barrel now in the pit, he's gonna be the one tanking it up. That's a big one onto your smiter. Pyosik just gonna run out. He's gonna try to survive. Owner is nearby. He flashes in. He did not have vision. That is very early. But now he's just gonna get devoured up as down goes the Amumu. It's another flip, and it's going to be the Kalista. Death gets it in the end, but at what cost? Nearly everybody is gonna go down as T1 wiped the team outside of Zeka, and now they're gonna push mid.
And I don't know if Zeka alone can hold them back, Veldes. Gonna push through here. And even though they get the Baron, it's such a big risk. When that Corki teleports in, you gotta back off. You can't keep going.
They did not respect it, and T1, it's only 30 minutes into the game, but let's see how far they decide to go. We got 10 seconds on Pyosik. Yeah, they're not gonna go for any Nexus plays. They take down the inhibitor, and that will be enough for them. Here we do have the GA available for FAKER. Double GA actually, so those stopwatches being put to use in terms of items. Stopwatch picked up here by Zeka as well. They have the one man with Baron buff, that is Zeka. They're gonna use that to take down one turret, but you can see the Baron power play right now is more of a penalty kill. They're below 1,000 gold in terms of that, so not much of a Baron power play at all. So just gonna have to wait it out. We got another Infernal Drake here in 1 minute. That's gonna be the key moments.
See the difference though. FAKER picking up the GA as the Corki here. That means that he can go for those
You'd like to have your Senna up and running. As take a look at the angles here from T1. We got Zeus on the bottom side. Owner is over the wall. Spotted and actually gonna hop on in, and Zeka has got a very interesting angle from the top side here. Q is down. They're trying to burst in, and here comes a gigantic package, and the Amumu gonna lock everybody down, but Deft is just left alone. Nice peeling now, though, in the Nari to the wall. Will it be enough? Doesn't look like it. T1 have been able to burst through the front line. As Zeus is trying to kill a Kalista by himself. Not sure about that one, as he will go down, but still, T1 win a huge fight at this point in time.
I think with Zeus dying that, it can't actually end, though. That's really, really big. Carrier did TP into the base, and they're still going to get the Drake. But him going for that kill means that they don't have the available people to push.
They immediately inject themselves into that backline. So here we go, Spirit Rush on in, trying to land it here onto FAKER. Slow is down, the charm is gonna miss, but FAKER has no one around him, and he's just gonna be taken out basically for free. Tom Kent's not here. Owner being zoned away, and down will go the Corki. Here comes the rest of the team now, finally grouped up as Pyosik looking for the re-engage. They're going to wombo combo him, but do they have the damage? Death is in the front line just trying to chop them down bit by bit, but it doesn't look to be enough. As Owner goes in, he's going to be able to get the execution onto Death, and that is exactly what T1 need to try to take down this team. Kingen and Pyosik, though, will be able to get away.
And DRX is doing such a good job of not outright losing these fights, because every time people get away, there's enough people to survive the Nexus. They might lose Baron, though, and T1 winning a 4 versus 5. A lot invested by DRX. And then the re-engage from Pyosik, crucially getting completely negated by T1. Guma with a big ult on top. And as a result, T1 gonna pick up the Baron here. Showcasing that this comp can win at any point if you can just get a pick.
Okay, FAKER, he's able to get this flank teleport in onto King, and the damage is there, though, but finally Zeus comes in and helps dunk it down. As FAKER will be able to pick up the kill as well, so it's just some extra gold for him. Trying to build up to that Void Staff, but he is going to stick around. He's going to look to push with his friends up in the top side. As DRX, they're like, sure, take our base, we're going bot. Dragon not for a minute 15, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot for them to be.
That kill's certainly helping out with that. And now, you were just spotted. He's going right in all alone, but let's see if the Tom Kents can get over here. Carrier trying to get on top of him. He will get the Devour, but this is a broken fight right now. As over the wall, that's a huge amount of nuke damage, though. FAKER's just raining hell from across the wall. as it is very broken up. Finally, Meganar comes on in. King able to push a couple of them and deny a charm from Zeka. The Faker is still alive and well and still getting the damage done, and it looks like T1 should just barely have enough to push and end this game.
An incredible game here from both teams, I gotta say. Very high pressure, a lot of back and forth, but in the end, looks like it's going to be T1 taking game number 1 here. DRX really made them work for it. Actual proper execution of this draft. Unfortunately, that early Drake could have been such a different make. They pick up the Cloud Drake if they get the Inferno, so we might not even get to this point. And individual performances, Owner most notably, incredibly clutch here. Got them a Drake, got them another Drake, got them the kick that might have ended it all. Beautifully done.
That's it's a clear POG for me. I'm going to give my unofficial